year ago today, Russia invaded Ukraine, sparking a war that's already killed and injured hundreds of thousands, with no end in sight. The related economic war between Russia and the West has caused sharp rises in the cost of fuel, utilities and food across the world, not least Britain. Russia's historically provided 40% of the natural gas used across Western Europe, while pumping 10% of oil used worldwide. Those supplies have been disrupted. In January 2022, before this war, unleaded petrol in the UK averaged £1.46 per litre. 6 months later, forecourt prices peaked at £1.94 per litre, up more than a third, with prices going above £2 in some parts of the country. Prices have since eased, with unleaded petrol averaging £1.48 so far in February. So petrol prices are roughly back to where they were before the war, but diesel prices, as lorry drivers know, are still around 10% more expensive. Gas and electricity bills, though, are still much higher. In 2021, the average household spent around £1,300 a year on their combined utilities. That cost is now over £2,600, still more than double pre-war levels, despite wholesale energy prices coming down. Russia and Ukraine are also major exporters of wheat, grain and other foodstuffs, impacting prices everywhere. Since the war, UK bread prices are 20% higher, with eggs and milk up 29% and 39%, given the impact on the cost of farmers' feedstocks. And it's this combination of more expensive fuel, power and food that's seen British shoppers endure sky-high inflation. Already 5.5% last January, inflation spiked to 11.1% in October, a 40-year high, and remains in double digits today. That's left the Bank of England with no choice but to raise interest rates from 0.5% last February all the way up to 4% now. Those higher rates have raised mortgage costs, just as inflation has caused pay disputes and the worst strikes since the 1970s. While war is first and foremost a human tragedy, of course, there are economic costs as well. 1 year on, the costs to the British economy and living standards have already been very significant.